Everybody, Mega River 31 back here for FSI DFS. It is Friday, the 6th of May. This is going to be a super quick video, just crunch with time, trying to get all the NASCAR content out there for the weekend, regular job, other things going on with the kids. So 13 game slate tonight, but there's a lot of issues for rain. Kansas City, Baltimore, Texas, New York, Mets and Philly, Toronto and Cleveland, some of them 90, 100% chance of rain. So I'm just going to, if those games are going to play, then Max Scherzer and Garrett Cole are definitely great options for pitching. But I think, if Toronto plays, Gossman's probably one of the better pay up ones. But I'm going to start with you, Darvish for San Diego. I think he's a good one there. Evaldi for Boston, and then Gilbert. I think he's had some really good numbers for Seattle starting out the season, but he's up against a Tampa Bay team that does strike out, doesn't walk much. So he might come down to earth a little bit. He's priced a little bit high today, so I think he's a better GPP than a cash play. In the middle range, Garcia for Houston, I really like there. Alcantara on the other side of that San Diego game is good. Bieber, if the weather's okay, against Toronto, has had a good season, but he might be more of a GPP because Toronto's got a good lineup. And then I think Kelly for Arizona against Colorado, outside of Coors, is a decent play. Some pay down ones, Winder and Lyles, if Baltimore plays, are some good cheap ones to throw in there too. And then you can see over the right, the ones that I'm fading, and pretty much any of the rain game ones. So top stack on the night, definitely think it's going to be Boston up against Chicago White Sox pitcher. It's Velasquez not having a really good season. Houston is in a really good spot too for hitting. So are the Angels and Milwaukee. For some GPP stacks, I think I like Minnesota. Cray is probably out of the lineup with the guy hit by a pitch. So with some of the other righties there, Washington lefties really profile well today. If the game plays in Cleveland, I think Toronto would be an interesting GPP stack, and Atlanta. Cheap ones, San Francisco and Oakland, I think are the safest ones. San Francisco is against a really young St. Louis pitcher, and Oakland, just their pricing makes things work. If Kansas City and Baltimore play, that's a very juicy matchup for bats, not for pitching. And I think there's some really good spots there on the Kansas City lineup and some of the Baltimore bats also. Leverage are all the rain games. I know Toronto's on there twice, but we'll just ignore that. So, like I said, if you look over at the cash one here, I think Darvish, I'm taking as my top pitcher, and then Garcia from Houston. Then I'm going to stack the Astros and Red Sox today. Altuve, Devers, Alvarez, Tucker, Brantley, or Verdugo, whoever you want in the outfield there. You can probably pay it out for Jackie Bradley Jr. Frenchie Cordero, if he's in the lineup, bats down for Boston, but he's got the lefty splits advantage. He's really cheap at first base. If you want to go X-Spod there at shortstop, or if you want to go one off for shortstop there, that's fine. Pick a catcher, and I think you're good to go with a safe rain-proof cash lineup there. If you want to go more Red Sox heavy in the second cash lineup, that's fine too. I think both of them are a really good matchup. For GPP, I'm taking the Washington lefties. I just really like that lineup. It's going to leave you 43-67 if you take pretty much the lefties and split hitters. So if you take Ruiz at catcher, if he starts, Bell at first, Cesar Hernandez, Soto, and Y Hernandez. I tried to get a stack in there with the Angels. I really like them too. I think Milwaukee fits in here well. You could probably put Yelich or any right field or outfielder there. Adames at shortstop, and a pay up at third base. Potentially, if you got money left, if you want to pop up from wider at your SP2 spot, I think that gives you some flexibility there too. So, like I said, got to really watch the weather tonight. Boston and Houston, really good hitting spots. We can get some Angels in there too, like them. Washington lefties, maybe some Minnesota righties. If the weather looks good in New York, something radically changes, and Garrett Cole and Max Scherzer, I think I'd go with Max first and then Garrett Cole second. Great matchups, doing really well. pitchers, so I'd probably bump you and throw them in there. Maybe I'd even need to move like Winder over to cash. I think he'll be able to do enough to get to what you need to make it work in your lineup. So appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, and like I said, I'll try to check back at this video around like 6:30 tonight. We'll throw out some updates if some games are canceled or if anything radically changes with the thought process. I threw some updates out there yesterday for yesterday's slate, and things went pretty well. So thanks for watching. You can also hit me up on Twitter at Megular31. Give us a like, share the video, and we will see you next time.